It's a Guggenheim dog. Or a Guggen dog. Or something like that.
And it's not covered in blue plastic.
And it's not covered in blue plastic. Long story. We set off in 30-degree temperatures looking forward to a wonderfully sunny holiday. Oh, how foolish we'd been. Our first evening in Bilbao lulled us into a false sense of security. It was lovely, it wasn't raining, and we enjoyed a wonderful tapas in the evening while exploring the old town. The next day the rain arrived, and it will be with us pretty much forever.
So we've had big fish, little fish, jellyfish.
Cardboard box. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Of course, when we got to Porto, it was still raining. Rather than complain, we just get on with it. That's the thing about holidays, you deal with whatever's thrown at you. Our first stop was the central station in Porto. It's absolutely stunning. The building is covered in tiles depicting Portuguese history and stories. We could have spent all day there. It's marvellous. Next up was some more rain dodging, and we took the old restored tram along the riverfront to the beach. We had a bit of a walk around, managed to dodge a bit more rain and jumped on the second tram back up into the centre of town. After lunch we headed back to the apartment to dodge some more rain, and then the sun came out in the evening, so we jumped on the metro to Gaia, where we got to enjoy some old Portuguese chap destroying some excellent dire straits, and a bit of funky town as well. We'll put it in here because this was something that you should never miss. Raw.
Não sabia como viver. O que fazer?
After our Portuguese musical treat, we wandered off and bumped into someone filming a music video. It looked quite professional and we googled it. Turns out it was. And as I stole a clip of his finished video from YouTube, we'll leave a link in the description to it so you can go and enjoy it. After this we were treated to a spectacular sunset looking down the river to the Atlantic. It really did make coming out in the evening worthwhile. Okay, this is a big bridge. Actually I'm walking on the train tracks, something my mum told me to never ever do. Helen is as well, she's over there. She's being a bit less stupid than me. She's not right in the middle. Quite cool though. Check out that. Behind, we've just been up there. It's interesting. Got Porto at night. Magnificent. There's a bridge. There's a big thing that's all lit up. We were just up there with a big thing. No idea what it is. A tram coming. There goes the tram. It's just raining so much. We're hiding from the rain in the entrance to the Archbishop's Palace. We gave up walking. We're retreating into the safety of the metro and go back to the apartment for lunch.
looks like it's over the top of that wall.
It does, and that's why. Wow, definitely why they were putting the barriers out. The following day we had an early start from Porto because we were driving down to Albufeira. We had a scuba diving checkout, which we managed to do in the pool at least. Then we went on to our hotel, which was stunning. Much better than we expected. It was huge and total result. And look, we had half an hour without any rain. Would you believe it? The following morning, we were off to the Portimao racetrack for the final 2 rounds of the European Le Mans Series. It may look sunny, but it didn't last long. As with every day of this holiday, it rained a lot. But we still managed to enjoy ourselves, and we had some wonderful meals in Elvas. It's a beautiful town to visit. Because we're British, we're on holiday, that's what we do. Hiding from the storm.
In 5 weeks, 100,000 British forces will strike Sicily's southern shore. Unfortunately, the Nazis know of our intentions. So we're going to play a humiliating trick on Hitler. The plan begins in Spain, where a corpse will wash up on shore bearing classified letters.
A corpse. The plan is highly implausible. So when can it be ready?
Well, what say we start with the easy part and find ourselves a corpse?
That body was Glyndwr Michael, a homeless Welshman who died in London from ingesting rat poison.
In the hidden war, the truth is protected by a bodyguard of lies. Its soldiers unseen,
Pray.
its heroes unsung.
And it was because Glyndwr Michael, as Major William Martin, was completely unsung but played such a key part in the outcome of the Second World War, we felt that it was important that we called into the cemetery where he's buried and pay our respects as we were passing. Because of the bad weather we've been experiencing the entire holiday, the cemetery was closed because a couple of the trees had been knocked over and were in a dangerous condition. So all we could do was take a picture from the outside, rely on a photo from Wikipedia, and promise to come back.
In God's name, Fleming, what are you writing?
Spy story.
In a final twist to the story, it was James Bond novelist Ian Fleming who is credited with hatching the Operation Mincemeat idea in the first place. My feet are so wet. Finally the sun came out. We'd always planned to pop into Gibraltar and pick up some English goodies from Morrison's supermarket, and with the weather finally this good, we'd have been crazy not to have taken the opportunity to go dolphin watching. As we headed back into port, we prepared to head up to Mijas, our destination for the next few days. The weather was still with us, so hopefully our diving would be on. And with the sun still out, the next day we managed to go diving. Unfortunately, the visibility was absolutely shocking, hardly surprising considering we've had 3 storms run through. But after 20 plus years for both Helen and I, it was great to get back in the water and prove to ourselves that we still haven't lost it. Whilst we were staying in Mijas, we decided to pop to Malaga for the day. We'd never been there before, and one of the highlights of my day was listening to this fabulous lady playing Ed Sheeran on her cello. It's as if the song had been written for it. It was absolutely beautiful. Very breezy. And of course it may not have been raining, but the wind was still doing its best at blowing us away. And this is a few shots from our hotel and around Mijas. We had a wonderful time here. It was a beautiful place to stay, a fabulous hotel, and we had a fantastic breakfast on our last morning at a place called the Lemon Tree in the centre of town. So the boys get Jesus and the girls get Mary. The The last stop on our trip was at Burgos, and we weren't expecting much, but it delivered loads. It has the most amazing cathedral either of us have ever seen. It's a fabulous town on the route to Santiago de Compostela, so there's an awful lot of pilgrim hotels and things like that. It was wonderful. The only downside was trying to find something to eat was virtually impossible. It was tapas, which was all outside, and it was raining and cold and horrible. So we ended up having burgers, which were lovely. And that was it. That was our last meal of the holiday, and we headed home the following morning.